Hello and welcome back to an episode of the Vault. It's episode 3 and today we're finally building the vault. At least we're starting building the vault. Now only have this door. Let's switch view. You only have this door and well, it doesn't go anywhere, it's just a door. And now it's time to make the first room, maybe even rooms of the vault. But I did do some work in between. For starters, I encased this entire area again. It loads. Now you can't walk around it. You can't just walk around the vault going up the hill and see that's just front. And secondly, I also enhanced the starting room a bit, because last episode these walls were very blank, very just white, so I made a little pattern on them with some other quartz blocks and the quartz bricks on the bottom, and I also did that in here with some decorations. So that's what I did in between episodes. Now it's time to start with the first room, and the plan is to do it a bit behind the thing because it doesn't really fit in here. Then we need to go down a lot, and well, better just to keep some distance from it. So I just build it over here. I have to shift this mountain down quite a lot, but that is doable. So we just go down to around here. I'll just cut it off all the way to over there. So then we have some space to build. And now there is some space. Now you just need to figure out what the dimensions are of the first room. So I think we want to pull it back from here over to, let's see, this space. They go up. Something, let's see. How high is that? Maybe a bit higher. I think I want it to be a square. Like this. Or maybe not a square. Then we'll go along here. All the way to over here. It's a bit too far. I'll see how big it is. This is, I think this is a nice size. Probably do want to top the floor down even more, so we have some room underneath. Just like here, you have some to the side, so you can just fly around. But this isn't a square. We do want to make this a bit higher. Let me figure this out. I think this is a nice size room. You have a lot of space to do stuff in this. And it's nice and high, and we can make this into one room or in multiple rooms, but I think this is the space that we'll use for, let's call it one level, and then we have 15 levels in the vault. This is one, and then I've copy pasted it over here. We can change this one and then just copy this further and further. But let's first change the walls into stone. So I have also decided to lay out the whole thing that I want into the cave. That I want in here. This is going to be a lush cave, and these are all the plateaus that are there. They're in the cave, and your goal is to get from down here up there. And well, first task is to really make them into stone plateaus. So let's I'm gonna figure out how to do that with the brush. I don't know how to do that, so I'll have to figure that out. So now the room is all stone. It's ugly, but you have a sense of how the room is gonna look. So there will be a roof with some stone hanging down, like tides, and well, it's just ugly. So the next step is to cover the floor in some moss and clay and water, just like other those caves. And well, I have to look at some pictures of those caves, or go down, I don't know, but pictures are easier. So to see how Minecraft terrain looks like, because I'm not sure. I could tell you if something is a lush cave, but I can't make it out of my head, so on top of my head. But yeah, so all these plateaus are in here, and well, I have to smooth some of it because this works with the brush, but on the underside of the plateaus it doesn't work with it. Then also the top things, it wants to go to do the top part of the terrain, but you can't do the underside. This is unfortunate. Then it will just go from the ground up to the top, but we don't want that. So I have to do it all by hand. Now let's cover the ground with some moss and clay, and I think it will make it look a lot better. This looks a lot better. And now it actually looks a bit like a lush cave. You have these clay patches with water that you could find in a lush cave, and you have these moss patches. And well, in lush caves is usually go up and makes it more with the moss, but it looks weird if there's clay up top in this scenario. So, and there are also axolotls and stuff. I did the plans. So now it's time to put in the parkour, and I think it's gonna be like you start here all three courses, but you have to do the first one and then the second one and then the third one. Get to the top. But yeah, so I have to decide on this plan, the first route and then the second route and then the third route. I have to make sure that you can't make all of them, make the last one when you do the first one, because that would break the whole thing. So, and of course it will be made out of drip leaves. So probably first go to this part, and then the second one goes to up there, and then the last one goes up here. Maybe even from here. Can you make this jump? Well, if you jump, maybe. No, you can't make a jump. Maybe we'll find a way to make a jump. I can't do parkour, as you know. I will make sure that I finish the parkour once, so it's possible. And this is the parkour. Oh, it's probably really easy because even I can do it without much difficulty. But yeah, when you go up here, you have three choices: to go over there, to go over there, and to go over there. Some may be better to do first than others, but when you get up here, there needs to be something to, well, get an item or some, I don't know, I'm not sure yet, to make you progress further into the parkour and even finally reach the top level. And there needs to be one up here as well, but I don't know what. And yeah, I will think about this, but the parkour is all done, so you can go up there, you can go to that one, that pillar, and you get over here. You can get through these tall ones over to this pillar, and then up to this plateau, and then you can go to this pillar, and then to this pillar, then to the final level where there will be another door. I'm still not sure if I want to lay the walls, because it is a vault, so it makes sense if it's just a square, but it's also it's supposed to look like a cave. I don't know. I think I'll have to look how it looks when the roof is on. Now we'll decide. But first we need to build something up there and something up there to get probably 2 items to make you be able to progress to the last part. I've come up with something. So on this side we have now a mine shaft, a minecart with a chest. There will be an item in there. On the other side we have some mushrooms with a barrel hiding in here. So that's how you get the items. Bit of a spoiler. And now I will incorporate the mechanic to get to the platform, because now you can just go there, but that's not how it's supposed to be. So that's the next step. I'll get some command blocks and I will put in the mechanic to unlock the way to the exit. And of course I will get rid of a piece of parkour. The first level is now completely done. So I've put in all the mechanics to make sure this works. So you have to get there first and over here first before you can get here. And I've added some trees and some more mushrooms there, also up there. And I've added the roof with all these blueberries hanging down. So, well, I think it resembles a lush cave really nicely. So this is the first level done, and when you leave the lush caves through this small cave, you get into the dripstone cave. So I've already started working on this because, well, you know the process already, and this looks a bit ugly right now because, well, there's nothing there, not much, only these big pillars. I want to make a maze in here. Of course, I'm not going to show you how I'm going to plan this maze. I'm not going to show you the answer. You're supposed to play it. And so I'll just plan it, and I'll decide what you get to see during the making of it. I'm now placing in the last of the dripstone. So this is the process I went through for the whole maze. Built the dripstone pillars at varying heights, tall enough so you can't climb up them. So I just found this last piece. Almost there. But yeah, these are randomly spaced. Sometimes you can go through, but it is not. You're not supposed to go through. Well, it's the point of the maze. So after that, I delete blocks and I just jump against the walls to try and find out if we can, well, escape like here. We don't want that. So then I move this one. Here's a couple of blocks. And then you can't go through anymore. So I just did that for the whole maze. Jumping around. Now you get this enormous mess of dripstone. And now we need to decorate it a bit. So, like here, I've put in some water and some smaller dripstone. I'll do this all around here and on that side. And I thought maybe you can incorporate some copper, because copper is more frequently found in dripstone caves. Maybe some bit of copper here and there. This is a small detail. So, and we need to make these spikes a bit better. But then, oh, and I want to make a spawner in here, which doesn't work. It's purely for the aesthetic, but I want to make a spawner room in there. And then the whole maze is done. And now there's roof on the tipstone cave, so now it's actually a cave. And there are some more tipstone hanging down, it's lit up a bit, so well, it looks better. And there's just a whole of tipstone now, even here. I think you can't make it on top of the parkour. I've also added this spawner room, which doesn't spawn anything, but it's just for the aesthetics. And well, that's this whole room finished, and then it's time to move on to the next room and the last room of the cave theme. So every theme has 3 rooms, 3 levels, and well, it's the time to move to the last one of the cave theme. This is the first level and the second level are now done, and this is the last room of the cave theme. Well, it's not done, but this is how it's sort of gonna look like. You may are already able to guess what it's gonna be, but I will not tell you yet. So here you enter this cave, maybe a bit more space here would be nice. You enter through here, then you exit there. So I will work more on this. I will give this a nice texture, and think of some things to decorate the outside. But then we have the cave theme done if we put a roof on it. And that's this level and this theme complete. So now we have a cave arena in here. Guessed it for the PvE arena. We'll spawn a couple of waves of mobs. It will be, I think, zombie, skeleton and spiders. And you have to fight them to open the door. And that's will be for every theme. There will be a parkour, a puzzle and a arena, mob fights. So this is the first one, and this will of course be the cave mobs. And I've added a cobweb up there, and some chains. And there's some broken pillars and a nice, well, main arena bit. I will have to put some unlocks down here for the spawning of the mobs. But after that, I am completely done, I think, with the cave theme. And I need to make it possible for the door to open. And now that the door is able to open using these command blocks, which is cloning these layers, it's the end of the episode. We have done a lot today. We have made 3 entire rooms, 3 levels. So we're nicely on our way, finishing the map. These are the 3 cubes. And this means we have 1/5 of the vault done. And I think we made nice progress, and I will finish this room, the commands in this room, in between episodes, because, well, you're not gonna see it. It's a surprise. Even the opening of the door animation will be a surprise. You have to play the map when it comes out to see the animation, or watch my walkthrough or my friends play it, because I will probably put an episode of a walkthrough out, and I will probably let my friends play it. That's all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you liked it, and share your feedback in the comments, because I want to know how to improve. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.